Well, good evening, everyone. This is your man, Mr. Fulton, and we have an exciting day for you today. We have a show for you today. Um, we are going to be. I'm going to interview the one and only J. Mike. He is. Um, but he does a lot of stuff. So let's just get rid of it, and I'm sending the link right now. So. Make sure you share it out. You thumbs it up, and yeah, that kind of thing. So, we've got our guest coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I give you um, I give you J Mike.
来了，老爹。
What's up, What's up, Doc?
The one and only. No, there's 3 J Mikes.
Oh, sorry about that, Doc. What's up?
Sorry, I had an echo going on. I always forget the echo. There's 3 J Mikes. There's so many. There's more than I can count because it's a catchy name. But it's my real name. I don't know what they're doing. But
Exactly.
if you search J Mike on YouTube, you'll see.
Yep.
But at least you see me at the top anyway, so that's cool. It wasn't always like
exactly. Yes.
Hi guys, again, and
I think we should get started.
So I have a little time. I don't have all day, but I have a little bit of time. So what's going on?
Okay, this won't take too long. So
okay, I have it. My channel is relatively new. I've been doing this. I've been really trying to grow my channel for 6 months. This is month
that's
7.
what I was gonna say.
This is month 7. So and I'm just learning stuff. I'm learning not only YouTube, but I'm learning guitar and language. I'm learning a foreign language. It's all new to me. So and I'm just showing that. I have some Tagalog language videos. I've got my guitar progress video. It's all solos with jam tracks. I'm not copying any music. I don't play Hotel California. There's no copyright claims on any of my guitar solos. If you look in my playlist, there's no claims on that. The claims are when I do live streams. We sing karaoke, and they make claims on that. Even if we're singing badly, they'll still make claims on it for the owners of the music, the copyright, and so they get paid by the advertisers. So if you see ads on the videos, but there are ads on my guitar videos, but that's for YouTube. They do it so they can make money. So which is not a bad thing. It just shows that they think that however the computers work, the algorithms, they think people are watching that and they want to put ads on there. So that's all I know. And I said it was okay.
So let's just get with the interview. Sure. So how long have you had your YouTube channel?
Well, like I said, I've been really trying to grow the channel since New Year's Day. On January 1st, I had 23 subscribers. So, but now I had the channel for a few years with no content. It was just there. I wasn't really doing anything with YouTube other than giving thumbs up and making comments on videos that I like. But then it occurred to me, hey, I want to start learning the guitar, and I had nowhere to save the videos. The files are too large to email, so I thought, well, put it on YouTube. And then I thought, hey, you know what? I got a couple of subscribers. This is exciting. So that's what I did. And next thing you know, I've got 1,250 subscribers. So it's cool. It's cool, but they need to watch my videos.
Right. Why did you decide to start your YouTube channel?
That's what I said because I wanted to learn the guitar and I wanted to show my progress. And then it dawned on me, hey, I'm also learning a language. I should do that too. So now I do guitar and language, and I travel. So some of my travels are on there. Now I haven't traveled in 2 years, so it's hard for me to keep doing that because I don't have any more content. So, and when I started to travel about 7 or 8 years ago, actually more than that, because it's been almost about a year and a half since I traveled. But when I started in 2014, I wasn't doing a lot of video, just photographs, because as I said, there was no way for me to email long videos. So I only had 20, 30-second videos, 15 seconds, because I knew I couldn't email them and I couldn't text them. Because back then you couldn't text more than like 10 seconds. But now some text programs let you send a few minutes of a video. Messenger, I think, is under a minute. It depends on how big your file is, I guess. So that's the real reason I started it. But then I started watching the live streams, and then people would ask me, hey, you seem interesting in those chats. Why don't you try to do that? And I thought, no, I don't know how to do that. But then I just, one day I was fooling around. I had company at the house, and I said, hey, you guys want to go live on YouTube? And they're like, what are you talking about? And I went, let's just go live and talk, and we'll just fool around and goof off. And that's what we did. And it went on for like a couple hours, and I thought, hey, that wasn't too bad. There's people in the chat. How did that happen? And I only had a few subscribers, and I thought, where are all these people coming from in the chat? And I thought, this is cool. And then I just kept doing it. Really, that's all.
So what kind of videos do you do?
Like Saturday, I did a premiere of going to a birthday party. I started off, and I used my selfie stick, and I have the iPhone XR as my other camera. Right now I'm using the Acer Aspire 5 camera built in, and then I have some spotlights, director lights up here, and that's why I have the sunglasses, because of the light. But it makes a higher definition picture when you use a lot of good lighting. So I have like 1, 2, 3. I have 3 of the LEDs up there, and then I have natural sunlight. You can see there's natural light coming in from that side over there. So that makes a better picture. So that's what I do. And I did so I started off on the road trip because I'm going from New Hampshire to Massachusetts. It's about a 50-mile drive. And I had a song on Kiss 108. It's like a new type of song, like dance music. But it's good. It's nice for driving in the car. So I did that getting on the highway coming to Massachusetts. That was kind of cool. And then I edited that into walking into the yard. There's a lot of trees in the yard, and they had barbecue grills. And they had tables with tents set up, and firewood everywhere. Because it's a wooded area, and they have 2 fireplaces in the house. So I just showed that, and then we were cooking. Then I stepped in and did the cooking on one of the grills. But then they had Asian food down on the other side of the yard. There was all kinds of stuff going on, and then we had a fire pit going. So I did that. I don't usually do that though, but it's just something fun, something for fun. Usually it's a guitar video where I'm soloing with a jam track. Nothing special, just. But I'm working hard on scales. I do the scaling. I'm not copying anyone's licks or anything like that. There might be a lick that sounds familiar in there, but they're not getting claimed as copyright. So, and I sing karaoke, but I've only done one karaoke song on a video. It's usually just in the live streams, and that gets claimed for advertising purposes. They run the ads, and it's okay. It's not a strike. It's not a copyright strike, but they claim it for the ad purposes, so they can make money.
Right.
So Golden Sniper the Wolf, what's up? You got Golden Sniper Team Rosales.
Anyways, how did you come up with your YouTube channel name?
J-Mike. J-Mike is now back in the day. We're going 20 years back. 1999. We had an artist.
That's the year that I was born.
Really? So you're still a kid. You're a kid. Anyway, that's not a bad thing. There was an artist that came out with an album, and her name was Jennifer Lopez. it was kind of cute and nice. She's a good singer. And there's a couple of nice songs on there that got a lot of radio play. The next thing you know, she becomes known as J-Lo, Jenny from the Block. And then a couple of years go by and everyone's talking about J-Lo. And I'm like, who's this J-Lo? Oh, it's Jennifer Lopez. Oh, I like her. And then a year later goes by and a baseball star named Alex Rodriguez starts going by the name of A-Rod. And I thought, well, that's because these sports bureaus all have all these statistic books or whatever you want to call it. The lists and lists of stats, and then you see one of the names is A-Rod, and they just abbreviated it, and then it caught on. Hey, he's A-Rod. That has a ring to it. Sounds catchy. So, and then finally, I had this big long name on YouTube, and I went, yeah, state your name, sir. Yeah, and I give the long name. And it's hard for me to spit out my own name. So I thought, why don't I just shorten it and do that? And so it's the first syllable of each name. So it comes from my real name. It's Jay. It's just the first two syllables of each first and last name. That's all it is. Long story short. Short story.
What is your favorite part of having your YouTube channel?
My favorite part?
Mm-hmm.
I like the variety of live streaming. We can sing. I can do a jam track on guitar. I don't do that very often, but because it's easier to just make a video. But I like the variety of live. Even if I'm on someone else's live stream, a lot of the live streamers they play. Some of them play games for prizes, but some of them have guests on and we sing and stuff like that. It's mostly karaoke. Sometimes it's mukbang. You know what that is? The eating contest. They say how many chicken wings in this bucket of chicken can you eat? You know, stuff like that. Or they'll have like 3 pizzas on the table. It's like, how much pizza can you eat? And they do that. But no, I like doing the karaoke on the live streams. I like that because you don't have to keep singing. You can sing, stop, talk, make jokes. Hey, yeah, that was funny. Blah 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 blah. You know, or just goof on the name of the song and just make jokes about that. Your mama don't dance. That's a song, and then we say, yeah, does your mama dance? You know, stuff like that. So the people who are watching will make fun and tell jokes while someone's singing. So, and I like that too. So you don't have to keep singing. You can sing if you want to. That's my favorite part of YouTube.
So where are you from?
I am from Earth. I'm an Earthling. I'm just messing with you. Right now I'm in the United States. I was born in the United States. I was born in Maine, but I went to school in Massachusetts, and now I'm living in New Hampshire. I'm right on the border, so Boston's about 48 miles to the south. Not far from the water. We're near the coast. I'm a little bit in, a couple miles in. Let's see, it's about maybe 15 miles inland, I think. I'm not sure, maybe 20. Not too far in. I'm to the northwest of Boston, so Boston would be on the coast. So 48 miles at an angle, and then the coast would be over there to the east. That's where I am. 1970s, Tiger, what's up? 1970s, that was a very good decade.
Yes, it was.
That's where all the rock music came from.
Yes.
Rock and roll itself originated in the late 50s with Chuck Berry and those names, but Elvis. But it really, most of the music that we know is spinning out of the 70s. If you see, a lot of people say, well, the 80s is my favorite decade. Yeah, but all that was influenced by the 70s. It was just more music.
So what's your favorite music?
My favorite music? Well, I was a dance music DJ. That included Motown, bebop, I got to think back, doo-wop, rock and roll, top 40 from the 70s and 80s and some 60s. but when I started, it was 70s and 80s, top 40, and disco came out in the mid 70s. I mean, about 5 or 6 years, I think, heavy, maybe more than that, maybe about 7 years. And then back to the 80s pop, the British invasion. There was a British invasion in the Beatles' time in the early 60s, like 64, 65, and then onward to the end of the 60s. But then there was another British wave of pop music in the early 80s, right about 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, right around there. There was a lot of big, well-known, like Phil Collins and those types of people. Cyndi Lauper. I think she's American now. But there was just a lot of Boy George, those people from the 80s. So I enjoyed all the pop music, all the top 40, top 100 music, and all that stuff. So, and the blues rock, the blues actually comes from the 40s, 50s, and 60s, but obviously they modernized it in the 70s and 80s. It's where Led Zeppelin got their and Clapton got their roots from the 50s and 60s.
So, do you have a family, Jay?
Yeah, I have 3 grown daughters. I'm living with my oldest daughter right now until I can get a chance to leave on the when the travel ban is lifted in the Philippines. I'm heading out there. I've been waiting for a year and a half. It might be a little while longer. They're not talking. They're not really giving us a timeline. They're the only country that are still banned. They're still banning travel. It's kind of disheartening. I don't want to be too negative, but it's a little bit of a downward spiral because it's not making sense. When something doesn't make sense, it creates a downward spiral for those of us who measure things by the numbers. It's not a medical issue when all the other countries have stopped wearing masks and doing travel bans, and then there's one still worried about all the variants. Harvard Medical has already said that the variants will not overpower if enough people are vaccinated with any of the vaccines. If enough people get vaccinated, no, the variants won't overpower that. So it's absurd to think so, because you're not wiser than Harvard Medical, folk. Wherever you live, whoever you are, whatever you do, no one's talking about that. It's absurd to me.
So, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. Well, currently my favorite movie is a series of movies about Crocodile Dundee.
Ooh.
Now, I've never been to Australia, but I find that fascinating. The first one was from 1986. It's a classic. And the sequel was from 1988, also a classic. Now there was another one, at least one more. It was funny, but it's not a classic. When he went to LA, it was good because I love him and I love the Australian humor. It was like half serious, half humorous, and I like that. I kind of like that. So I just thought he did a great job in that series. And they opened up some eyes about how high society should be careful about what they think they know. I don't hate the rich, because there's one thing the rich understand that most people don't understand, but everybody hates them. Most people don't understand how money works. Everyone thinks they do, but most people don't. And there's proof of that. And the proof is, are you ready for this? The proof is that since 1973, all lottery winners is public record. We know who you are, and we know your winning number, and we know how much money you won. Everyone since 1973 in the United States that has won over $1 million in the lottery, out of all of them, 90% of them have declared bankruptcy in less than 10 years. While none of them went bankrupt before they ever won $1 million. Go figure. Bankruptcy. After winning over $1 million, you declare bankruptcy in less than 10 years. How many people do you know that say, if I had $1 million, I would always be rich? But I hate the rich. It's astonishing. It's astonishing how people.
Well, the movie I like is oh, what was it? The one I was watching. It was called Space Jam: A New Legacy
Very cool
with
movie. Yeah.
LeBron James.
No, that was with Michael Jordan, I think. Is there one with LeBron James? Because there was the original Space Jam, I think, was about Michael Jordan.
Yes.
I don't know if there's another one with. There might be, but I'm not sure. I'm not aware of it with LeBron. I'm not aware of that. Although
Are you LeBron James or big fan of him or?
am I a big fan of LeBron James? I'm learning to admire his career a little more as time goes by. I wasn't really a big fan, although I mean, if you watch basketball, you're aware of who he is. It took him a while to win a title. It didn't take Michael Jordan very long. Although it did take him a few years too, because he had two superpowers in his way. Although the Lakers, they didn't really need to worry about the Lakers. They needed to worry about the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons. So there were two. The Pistons were great too. They were able to win 2 titles in the era of the Celtics and Lakers. So they were great too. And then the Bulls, Michael Jordan didn't win until after that. So he went, I want to say maybe 6 years before he won. How long did LeBron take to win? And he was with the Cleveland for 4 years, and then another 2 years with Miami. So about the same time, I think. We forget how long it took Michael Jordan to win a title.
It does.
But yeah, because he won like 6 out of 8. He took time off. I'll never understand that. I met the Bulls at a hotel when Michael wasn't with the team. I was working at the hotel, and there was a freak. It was March 1st, and there was a freak little snowstorm, but they had a private plane coming out of an Air Force base, which my hotel was near the Air Force base. And so they weren't coming out of the big international airport. So they couldn't fly. It was just a freak ice storm. And so they had to stay overnight, and they fly out in the morning. So the Bulls came to my hotel. Scottie Pippen was the leader and not Michael Jordan. But so at the time they had only won 3 in a row, but this is the year they would not win. And it was funny because they're all very polite and tall. And my coworker says, there's a lot of tall airline pilots here, because he took the phone call. And they said, this is Northwest Airlines, and we're looking for 25 rooms. And we said, come on in, we get 26 rooms. So they came in, and they were all, I guess they were tired, but Scott Pippen wasn't tired. He was talking. I said, Scotty, how was the game? He goes, oh, we had them all the way. We kicked their butt. And then when I saw the news, the Celtics were leading by 2 with 1 second left, and Pippen had a 3.
So, what is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good question. Well, I hate winter. I'm afraid to tell you, I hate winter. But, and we all know Christmas is on the first day of winter. I don't celebrate Halloween. My favorite holiday, now, Thanksgiving is not a world holiday. Thanksgiving is an American holiday. But it seems to be the nicest holiday for everyone that I know.
Right.
Well, I've never said to myself, this is my favorite holiday. Like, I never picked a holiday and said, this is my favorite holiday. Valentine's Day is one of those days. Mother's Day is another one. Even though I'm not a mother, I'm a mother effer. Even for men who will never be a mother, Mother's Day could be your favorite holiday because it's not only for your mother. My sisters are mothers. My mother's a mother. My wife was a mother.
Mm.
My daughters are mothers. Two of my daughters are mothers. So I wish two of my daughters happy Mother's Day. I wish some of my sisters happy Mother's Day. I wish my mother and my aunts happy Mother's Day. So that's always a nice day. So it's a toss up between Thanksgiving and Mother's Day. Um, Easter means more to me than it's not just the Easter bunny to me. Easter is there's a reason for Easter,
Mm.
and so that's important for me too. I can't just say there's one holiday is my favorite holiday. I can't do that. I never had that thought process, so I don't really have that answer. But there are some important ones. Sometimes Valentine's Day is important. You know, if you don't have a Valentine on Valentine's Day, you know what you do? You wish your mom a happy Valentine's Day and you give her a hug. Say, Happy Valentine's Day, Mom, I love you. That's what you do. Or like I'll do
So,
that with I'll say that to my daughters too. If I don't have a girlfriend with me, or you know, my former wife died, so I wasn't wishing her a happy Valentine's Day for the last since the divorce, but I wish it to my daughters. I wish them.
back to the thing. So I'm not sure if you've been monetized before.
No,
No?
not yet.
Okay.
No, I'm not that high in my watch hours. I'm on pace though. I see the pace of my watch hours. I am on pace to reach that easily. But I've only been doing this for 6 months. Now, 6 months ago, I only had 25 subscribers, so I didn't really have 1,000 for only for the last 2 months. I've only had 1,000 subscribers for 2 months, so I'm getting watch hours now. So it's getting better. I'm not too worried about that. I've got money. I don't need to worry about that.
Right. So do you like cake or pie, chocolate or vanilla?
Wow, these are fun questions. One of the hardball questions coming. Do I like cake or pie? I love cake and I love pie. Everybody, according to Michael, played by John Travolta in the movie Michael, everybody loves pie. If you haven't seen that movie, guys, you got to see it. It's like an unsung, uncelebrated classic movie. When I first started watching it, I thought, oh, this is going to be terrible. And then it was a good movie. And it had some great scenes in it. He plays the angel Gabriel. But you got to see the movie. That's all I'm going to tell you. You got to see it. It's a love story, but it's not about him. He loves everybody, but it's not about him. He's an archangel. The archangel fights for you. He fights for whoever he sees fit to fight for. He fights for the good people. And he kicks everyone else's ass. But that's not really what the movie's about. It does happen, but that's not really what the movie's about. You don't get it till the end. You don't, because you say to yourself, what the hell is this movie about? And then at the end, there was another movie like that. I forgot the name of the movie, where the little kid goes, I see dead people. They don't even know that they're dead. Do you remember that movie? Well,
don't.
Does anybody in the chat remember that movie? It was Bruce Willis was in the movie, and that little kid Haley Osment, was it something? I forget his full name. He was a little kid, and he said, "I see dead people. They don't even know that they're dead." You don't know what. My point of this is that when you're watching the movie, you go, "What the heck is this movie about?" And you don't get it until the end, and then at the end, you go, "Oh, now I get it." It's like one of those movies, and that was the same thing with Michael. But Michael wasn't anything crazy like that. But it was like, oh, that was cool. It was cool when you realized what was happening. It was cool.
Let's see. Have you interviewed anyone before?
Just Scott Pippen. It wasn't really an
Okay.
interview. I was working, and he did all the talking, and then I asked him a couple of questions. So I didn't do this. It wasn't like this. So Darren Dobson, I interviewed him a couple of times. He's been my co-host. That's what it. So that's kind of easy to do that when I was his co-host, he was mine. So and that's how it works. That's pretty cool. If we're not singing, we're interviewing, right? What else? Or we're playing the wheel of names.
What is one thing you have learned from others?
Actually, I did interviewing, but I didn't interview any famous people. I was a hiring manager. I was HR in charge of HR and accounting at 10 hotels. So I told you that before. What was your next question?
What is one thing you have learned from others?
There is something of value. Everybody has something of value that they can help me with and teach me. Even if you think you don't know much, or if I think you don't know much, there's still something that I can learn from you, or where everyone and anyone has something to teach me. They may not know what it is. They might think they know what it is, but it could be something else that I learned that they have no idea what that's going to be. And that's just the way I am when I see people. Even it might not seem like I like the person, and I might learn something. And I might learn that I don't want to talk to them anymore. But it's not from hatred. Hatred is not the opposite of love, guys. Hatred is an emotional misunderstanding because you don't get love, which is what you were expecting. There's more than one kind of love. We're not talking about marriage love with a cute girl or a beautiful woman. There's 4 kinds of love, they say. So, and hatred is not the opposite of that. Hatred is an emotional misunderstanding.
So what is your favorite season?
My favorite season is summer. I live in New England and I hate winter. And that's why I want to go to the Philippines. That's the biggest reason. Now, people say to me, well, that's pretty stupid because the Philippines is terrible. And I thought, oh, wait a minute. I'm not going somewhere if I hate it. So I love it. I love the Philippines too, but I don't believe the United States is perfect. Obviously, it's my native country. America's beautiful. America's great. But there's an old saying in politics. America and it's not about America the beautiful. It's about America the government. The American government is the worst form of government in the entire world, except for all the others. So that means more than meets the eye. That means a lot. It means nobody's perfect. We complain about our own. Americans, if you're a true American, you have the right to question your government. Other countries don't, which can raise questions, but which they're not allowed to ask. So that can cause some strife, in my opinion.
So let's see. Any advice for someone starting a YouTube channel?
Any advice? Oh, there's a lot of that going on around YouTube. Everyone's giving advice. Yeah, that was actually a topic in a live stream that I was in a few live streams that I've been in lately. And starting a YouTube channel, have fun, be humble, and don't worry about what everybody thinks. Obviously, there's YouTube gives the host an analysis tab. There's a lot of analysis. You want to see how much of your video is being watched and all that sort of thing, and which videos are watched the most, and how much of the video is being watched. But you don't want to worry about what everybody says every time. Don't worry too much about that. If you get 2 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down, don't worry too much about that. The people with the most thumbs down, you know what they tell you? Those are people watching my videos. And if you're watching, I'm grateful. So if they're watching, you're grateful. Now, like there's some people with channels that are saying, do you like my channel? Please watch my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. If that's the only thing you're doing, you're in trouble. So you don't want to do that. Just don't concern yourself with that. Concern yourself with making better videos. How do you make a better video? Well, watch other people's videos and see what's good about it. And then not necessarily copy what they're doing, but copy how they're doing it. Like, not copy, but learn something from it. Like, look at a video and say, what's good about this video? Try to understand what you like about videos. Well, what do I like? That's what I want to do. I want to do what I like, right? So, like I like to play guitar, but I'm not great. I'm not Jimi Hendrix or Jeff Beck or any of those guys. Michael Campbell. I'm not those guys. But because I'm learning, so I don't know. I don't know how much I'll grow. I'm just going to keep practicing. So, and I enjoy it in language too. So that's what I need to do. I do a lot of live streams, some karaoke, and I just want to get better at what I'm doing. So I'm not great at anything, but if people say to me, "Yeah, you're pretty good. Don't keep going, keep going." So you do need some encouragement, but don't worry about what everybody thinks, because some guys that don't play guitar, they think I'm terrible. And it's not going to help me if I tell them, well, you don't know how to do it. That won't help me. What I have to do is learn more. So I know a guitar player, he gave me a guitar and he said, just keep practicing and stay humble. So that's what my advice would be.
So, do you have any pets?
No, my daughter owns 2 pit bulls, which I find myself, they keep me busy. A lot of times I'm taking care of them a little bit, but they're my daughter's pit bulls. I had Siamese cats back in the day, but I don't have them anymore. But I like cats and dogs, but I don't want to take care of them, even though I'm helping my daughter a little, to a small degree. I'm helping her. If she's busy or doesn't feel well, I'll take care of the dogs, or if she has to do something. Pit bulls I don't get pit bulls. They love people, but people misunderstand them. They do everything with their mouth. They don't have hands, they have mouths, and they have big, strong jaws and teeth. So, and they eat raw animals. They'll eat a living animal and they'll just eat it, or they'll eat raw meat. We don't cook their food; they just eat raw meat. So we don't marinate their chicken. We just give them raw chicken. We just buy the chicken, throw it in the bowl, and they eat it. And they sound like meat grinders when they're eating. And they like to play, and they play with their mouths. So if they'll jump up on you, and they have big claws. So even though they're not trying to hurt you, they'll scratch your clothes, and if it's bare skin, they'll scratch your skin by accident. It's all, they don't mean to hurt you. It's just that they want to climb up on you, and they want to get their paws up because they want to hug. That's their way of hugging. And then they get their mouth and tongue all over you, and you get slop all over you, and their teeth bump you. Because they have big teeth, and that's annoying and scary to people. So don't get pit bulls. Then if you walk in the house, the pit bull's going to bark like crazy. They're going to sound like this,
So, who's your favorite YouTuber besides yourself?
My favorite YouTuber. No, I'm not my own favorite YouTuber. I like the way it's going, but my favorite YouTuber. Well, there's different things because I'm interested in the study of astrophysics. I'm not an astrophysicist, but the subject fascinates me. There's a guy called Veritasium. I had to nip him in the bud once. I made a comment. He's a very smart guy, but I made a comment and I said, a hypothesis is neither proven fact nor a lie. Because he was saying that this is so because I'm the top student in physics on the planet Earth. And I said, this is based on a hypothesis, which is neither proven nor a lie. So you're not lying, but it doesn't prove anything. Now, he can prove that the wind can blow a propeller-operated car on the desert faster than the wind's blowing, because he can prove it. I agree that that's true. But when you tell me how the dinosaurs disappeared, 65 million years ago, that's just a hypothesis. And I said to him that a hypothesis is neither a proven fact nor a lie. Nice try. Nice video, though. I said, nice video, though.
Is there anything you would like to say to anyone who's watching?
Yeah, make a little shout out. How you guys doing? Thanks for hanging out and watching. I'm always grateful for whoever's watching. That's what I like to watch videos so I can acquire more knowledge and learn more things and understand things and talk about what I know and what I think is funny. But people get tired of philosophy, they don't like it. So I'm always grateful that you're watching, whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you're watching, I'm grateful. So we need to do that. We need to be great, because without viewers, we have no channel. There's no point in doing this if there's no one watching, right?
And how long have you you been a DJ?
I was a DJ from 1978 to 1999. The end of 98, actually, was my last gig. The very end, Thanksgiving was I left Boston. And they told me, if you ever come back, we want you back. But when I came back, that was no longer a nightclub. And another nightclub said, you're next in line for one of the top 5 clubs in Boston. Said, the guy that owned the contract to put DJs in there said, you're next in line for Discotheque Saturday night. And that was one of the top 5 clubs in Boston. And I thought, and it was right beside my club. My club was the Holiday Inn, and then Vincent's was right next to me. And that was a prestigious nightclub. And but I left town. I left Boston to take a promotion in hotels. I became a hotel controller. So because I understand numbers and I understand how to analyze profit and loss, things like that. I understood general ledger, which is more than meets the eye, guys. It's just numbers in spreadsheets and stuff like that. And when I started doing that, I had no clue what was going on. Even after I studied credits and debits, and I still didn't really know what it meant. And then when I was a controller, I thought, the accounting classes now make sense. It all makes sense now. It didn't make sense until I was working on the job, and I thought, it's all the accounting classes make sense now. It's like if you ever took a course to learn DOS, the computer DOS. When it starts off, it doesn't make sense. The first 10 chapters of this course are not going to make sense, but it'll give you a basic start to know what's going on. And then you're in chapter 10, it's like, hey, this is starting to make sense now. It's so
well, I
funny.
appreciate you for coming up today. And
thank you.
And I'll probably see you on my birthday stream in 3 days.
I clicked the bell, so if I have a chance, because I will tell you, YouTube keeps me busy. I have a lot of things to do, and not just on the YouTube side, but also in the background, working on my channel, on doing what I do to make videos, and plus my family. I am very busy, so I have the bell notification on. If I am free, I will jump on there and get in.
All right, thank you.
Come up on the panel, but I will at least greet the chatters. All right, that is a. Yep. So I got the notification on, but now I get hundreds of notifications, so sometimes they just get pushed by. So
Mm-hmm.
we shall see. Hopefully I can make it. I don't
Yep.
want to.
Well, thank you very much. We will drop your link, and thanks
Thank you
for
so much.
stopping by.
You want me to drop my link?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that what you said? I mean, I just thought that's what you said. All right.
You can drop your link.
I gotta go find it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Give me like 10 seconds.
So I'll drop you down so you can get the link.
No, I got it. Hold on. I'm almost ready. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for having me on, Fulton.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
All right. Oh, I don't. There it is. But I don't have a jacket. I don't have a blue wrench, so it's not really a link. It's just the text. So see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay, guys. That was J Mike. And I wanted to thank everyone for coming. And don't forget, this Tuesday in 3 days will be my birthday celebration. I want to see if everyone will come to celebrate with me. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm gonna find a raid. I'm gonna drop his link, and then we should be good to go. Hang on tight, guys. We'll be right back. Alright, guys. Here's his link. And let me see if we can find a raid today. I would just want to say thank you very much for coming. Don't forget to like, smash up the thumbs up button, share out the stream, leave a genuine comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, and we'll see you in the raid. Let me find one raid, and then I'll Okay, guys, I found a raid, so let's go raid Tuber Chat, which is Kevin K. He is doing something good today. So, and let's do a Mr. Fulton raid. And I'll see you guys in the raid. Bye, guys.